Hi, my name is Pat O'Toole. I'm with Professional Remodeler Magazine, and I am here in Long Island at the headquarters of Allure Home Improvements, Inc. And we are doing a lot of different angles on this storm coverage and how a business can be ready for the next big storm. And one thing that happened at Allure Home Improvement was that many of its employees were affected by the storm. They were unable to sort of be at work because they were handling things at home. And Allure was helpful in getting those people back on their feet so that they could come to work and work on the problems that the area was experiencing. So today I'm with Jimmy Quinn. Jimmy manages a lot of different pieces and parts of the Allure Home Improvement, but also design build.
Correct.
Specifically, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Well, I have about 28 years of experience in the industry. So I used to be a business owner for 22 years, and I have a lot of construction experience. So I can go into a home and pretty much take an idea, and with some simple measurements, we can actually start a design process, and then from there actually take it through all its steps and build the project. Get the architect involved. Talk about pricing, talk about product, and really take it from its very inception, really before an architect is really ever brought in. I can take it really from just a conversation all the way through the project and the completion of the work.
Got it. So you live in Amityville, New York, correct?
That's correct.
And so when Hurricane Sandy came through, you guys were taking it in stride. You had seen storms before.
Absolutely.
But this storm surge was very high, came up to about 3 feet at its peak in your house. Maybe you could talk a little bit about what you and your family experienced after that and those immediate aftermath of the storm.
Well, when it actually happened, it was, we put sandbags out front, and we were kind of waiting and bracing for the storm, and literally the water rose in the street so fast that within 30 minutes the water was outside and then in the house. And my wife actually went downstairs with towels at one point, and I laughed at her. I said, "Hon, it's all over now. It's not going to happen." We had raised some items off the floor, but by the time the water came in and was over 3 feet, couches were floating across the room. And my wife and my middle son went downstairs, and he actually got trapped in a corner. The couch had actually moved, and they were trying to get some pictures out. And so we were just upstairs. I had my other two sons and myself and the dog were upstairs, and we were just kind of hanging out, looking outside and watching it all. But it actually made a sound as it came into the house. It came in so fast.
Can it really?
So once the water was in and the power was out, and we had been trying to barbecue that night, and we had no food, so we just were trying to eat some things out of the refrigerator that were going to go bad, and we actually just turned on a laptop and put a movie in and spent the night in the house. So the next morning, though, the smell of oil, of gasoline, which is really, heating oil is really just like a diesel fuel, permeated throughout the whole house. We couldn't understand, what was happening, but my son went downstairs and said, "Dad, when a sprinkler breaks and the water is shooting out?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, the oil tank is shooting oil out of it." So I went downstairs, and now I see why we had the smell of gas. We had oil now. We had lost now about 100 gallons of oil. We're now mixed in with the seawater, and we're now also all over everything, all our possessions. And we kind of just sat there a little shell-shocked, didn't know what to do, made some phone calls, and eventually decided that we had to leave the house. We couldn't stay there anymore, and we went to my brother's in East Islip, where we spent the night. And that's we kind of just got out of there. Actually, no, first we had to wait for the water to recede so that we could walk out of the house and get to our cars, which were about a mile away, because we had taken them up to a higher point the night before. So literally the water was out of the house in the morning, but there was still about 2 feet outside in the street, so there was no way we were getting a car back down there. So once we got the cars back to the house, we loaded up some possessions, and we went to East Islip and kind of just forgot about it. Just had dinner and got a good night's sleep.